Just arrived at the Chimney Rock State Park, and that's a bit typical. You enter the state park with your car and drive one mile to go to the ticket booth. Let's see. Just arrived. Big parking space at the moment, still more or less empty. And now I'm hiking to the top, to the Chimney Rock. He said 3/4 of a mile. Let's see how fast I can make that. Okay, started my hike now. Forgot one very important thing, the sunscreen. Everything else I thought of, insect spray, and I have my cool bag in the car, so I could have my breakfast yogurt. It was still cool. I have cool drinks with me in my backpack, and I have swimming trunks with me. I have a towel with me, but not the sunscreen. So as long as the trail is in the woods, it will be not an issue. But further up, and when you then enter the actual rock, I think that will be interesting for my skin. And by the way, I'm nearly on my own. There are a lot of people here, but on the hike now I'm nearly on my own because the majority is just taking the shuttle bus. So where the cars can be parked, there's also a shuttle bus, and that's where the people wait, and with the next bus they go up by bus instead of hiking. Okay, I reached the end of my trail, and then I had the choice to go left or right. And I would have turned right, but there was a family, and I asked them, and they said, no, to the rock you have to go left. So good that we talked about that. And then I checked the map, and I will walk down the other way later, because there seems to be a big waterfall, and if I would have turned to the right, then I would have walked to the bottom of that waterfall. So I will do that later on. First I go now to the rock. Okay, there are 2 ways up now, a lot of stairs. I walked all the way, the majority took the bus. And now the last, I don't know, 50 meters to the top, or 100, I don't know. Really looking forward to checking my watch, how many hike meters I had. Okay, I thought I made it, but actually I'm only somewhere in between. This is called the Pulpit Rock. You can see behind me in the distance, that's Lake Lure. I will visit that later today and go for a swim. But I'm still not at the Chimney Rock itself. If you now look behind me, this is the Chimney Rock. That's where I will go next. Still a couple more steps. Okay, now I finally made it. It's incredible what a view you have from up here. The weather is perfect today, and I think it's still possible to get a bit higher, but I'm not completely sure why. We'll check that out. Okay, From the rock I went further to the exclamation point. That's a bit higher, and from there you can either turn around or continue at the Skyline Trail, which is what I did. And I'm halfway in now, and the Skyline Trail goes to the Hickory Falls waterfall, to the top of the waterfall. That's where I'm headed now. I have now a bit over 3 kilometers in 1.5 hours, slow going, because the majority of the time you walk uphill. So exhausting, but also beautiful nature. I'm now at the top of the waterfall, but in the end there is not much water that's falling because there's not a lot of water in the river. So it's a bit disappointing. I met the ranger on the way, and he said that from below the waterfall is way more impressive. So I now went also to the bottom of the waterfall, and indeed it looks better even with not too much water. It looks quite good from below. Now I'm happy that I'm heading back down to the car and can do some swimming at the Lake Lure. Okay, back down in the valley. It was now 10 kilometers in 3 hours. 4 kilometers up to the top of the waterfall. Was in I did in 1 hour 15 minutes, and then 6 kilometers down with the side route to the bottom of the waterfall I did in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So downstairs this was way more easy. The temperature in the valley now is really higher than at the top of the mountain, and now I'm really happy that I can go for a swim in the Lake Lure. And that's the next stop.